city magnet. In this pale shadow of a city, by day a wanderer, by night a ghost, among discontented souls, held together only by a thread. Disperse we to our arbours of loneliness, to look for a corpuscle of unity. A wall of coalition quickens a stride, like a magnet drawing iron filings. Past wreckages of factories, cars and pubs. It is a constant journey of rediscovery. The same show over. We wheel our dustbins of concerns about with us, each with a different load, but cannot get it taken away. We meet fellow travellers passing us, piling things on trolleys in a supermarket, selling only misery and willingly paid daily for it. We have paid for it many times over, but do not realise it. Back to the country, away from the cloistered city where we sold our souls. Must we return to the soil where we left our roots in kinship? This soilless, soulless city lays waste to us like hail. A Geordie's dream. I woke up this morning afraid of my door. I felt like I just couldn't take any more. Looked up at the sky for the word of the Lord, but the big man up there wasn't saying no word. I stepped outside and there was David Cameron, just standing there without any shame in him. He was smiling and holding out his big wide hand, saying, "Come to me, have a big get in the land." I tried to listen, but he began to ramble, so I turned my back on him and began to amble. I had no time for none of his jive. I had people to meet in Newcastle live. I was going to the big market to have tea with the Queen. I wasn't going back to where I had been. The last time I'd seen her was at the Tall Ships. Now I was meeting her over pollock and chips. I crossed the Tyne Bridge thinking Gateshead's a dump. Just looking at it made me want to jump. On the bridge was a throng of cameras and crew. They were waiting for Spielberg to tell them what to do. Striding across it was Michael Caine. Above the high-level bridge was the Royal train. I had no time to stop and talk. I pushed through the stars and continued to walk. Tim Healy was there in top hat and monocle, trying to speak posh for the Evening Chronicle. I'll be watching a musical later with Lloyd Webber. At the Star and Shadow we'll all sing it together. I'm so lucky to live here in the north, where such opportunities and talents spring forth. not in the south where the days are all grey and I can't understand a word that they say, and 11 gods they worship each Saturday in a huge iron dome all built, dressed the same way. Up here is colourful black and white, whose supporters hate to end up in a fight. White man. The white man inhales his fatal white sticks, listening to the sound of beating drums. Protected he thinks in his dear shiny box, he toys with the steering wheel with his thumbs, wearing useless trinkets that glister. He gives the motorist the finger while he listens to his favourite singer. But he's ripped off at the garage forecourt, he goes in loaded and comes out short. He has no choice but to buy the oil from faraway tribes on distant soil. He sells his life to earn his pay so he can go on holiday, to escape from the drudge and the rain, to play away and forget the pain. He queues up at the ATM, accepting he's not one of them, who chain him in laws, care not if he's dead. All this technology makes him scratch his head. The machine spits out his credit card, awaits another from the next retard. He thumps the screen in blind frustration. He's not being successful on this occasion. In desperation he turns his hand to fight for those in a foreign land. He's over the moon to fight in the Gulf. In the animal bars he howls like a wolf. He sees it as a just cause to fight in the people's wars. It's another holiday in the sun, but he must come home when the fighting's done. To be ripped off again at the garage forecourt, he must pay for the oil for which he's bought. He buys a film to watch tonight after he's drunk and been in a fight. Him and his girlfriend will order a curry. To start a family there is no hurry. He thinks he's paying for his old age pension, but there's too many all need that attention. He doesn't realise there's not enough young to keep him in age when he's still lost his tongue. He doesn't think it's all worked out. He believes the lies that the media shout. He's got no life of his own, all he can do is moan. He thinks he's got a selection, a puny vote the next election. He lives the life of another every time he watches Big Brother, but Big Brother is really watching him every time he has a vote to fill in. Lotteries, royals, quizzes and soaps and football, that's how he copes, hiding his head in the sand of other people's land. A lonely, longing, wistful figure comes, a solitary, muffled over bent, defying desert wastelands, howling wind. On Mars's plains, an obelisk is mark. A multi-storied block of granite black, in which she languishes, he anguishes. His mind carves out that Charlotte woman's face in dust bowls, sinking him and hiding it. What wind is this that blows my heart about? It constants my mind in fits and starts, to yell and yearn in all the points at once. She's here, she's there, she's nowhere to be seen. Long choked in rusty dust, her name inscribed. In serried plains I searched when I could see my goddess standing like a far-off tree. I stumbled on, though curse of night did fall. I'll make this planet's dried up blood my sheets. If underneath these ruddy stones for pillows she lies, With heart as hard as these I tread the Martian way, the obelisk to find, wherein she dwells by all accounts on earth. She is no monolith, but sides has four. Her north is hard and cold as any winter freeze. Her south looks neither east nor west, is hard to find. In desert seas there's many rover cast up shore, or ditched my boat in sand, of fools, of monuments to fools who gave their lives. Thus, swathed in shawls, like Obi-Wan I come, to populate this bloody world with love. For her I came 1,000,000,000 miles. Now looms her sandstone castle in my sight, a dirty yellow block of my delight. Her rescue is my mission, love my ship. Stars, confetti, sun my ruby ring, this blood-red rose in harvest's barren field, to granite me her looks and regal wave. No sun is in the sky when she looks down. Would pale all hail her perfect face. To kneel to altar to her state of stone, before her balcony is where I wait. Filthy rich, they harvest our wheat and give us the chaff. They eat all our meat and throw us the fat. They zoom past on cars and push us on curbs. They farm all our land and use us as serfs. They skim off our cream and let us eat whey. They pollute our streams and burn off our hair. They chain us in laws and deny us our say. They start our wars and spit where we